Join me now as I meet an icon of world boxing, the legendary Raging Bull himself, Jake LaMotta.
We'll welcome Mr. Jake LaMotta!
Jake LaMotta, the Raging Bull! Here I am going into the bookshop in Leeds with the legendary Jake LaMotta, who's going to do me the greatest of honours by doing a book signing with me. It's a fantastic day, the Raging Bull alongside me signing my books. How good does it get?
Heavyweight champion, Mr. Joe Egan!
Come on, Big Joe.
I'm here to support the cause, Joe Egan, Big Joe Egan, toughest white man on the planet. Read the book, great book, and a good friend, and a good man.
And have you known Joe for long?
Beat two of Joe's friends, Damon Denny and Danny Juma. So, because I beat two of his friends now, me and Joe are friends.
And so Jake LaMotta's here today.
Great fighter, we're definitely not worthy of him. You know, great story behind it. I'm looking forward to meeting the man.
Yeah, have you met him before?
Never met him before, but obviously like many, I've watched the films, I've watched the fights. It's going to be a privilege to meet him.
And how about yourself at the moment? Are you fighting at the moment?
I've been retired for like 3.5 years, going on 4, and it's a happy retirement. Hard work's over.
Yeah, missing the game?
No, I don't miss it, you know. I do a bit of after dinner, so I get a bit of, the rush from the crowd, and that's about it.
And what was your career highlight?
Well, on paper now it looks as if it was winning the world title, but it would, I still think I was an underachiever, so.
So what was it like when you lifted the belt?
Oh, it was a good feeling. It was more sort of, thank God for that sort of thing, relief than, than celebration.
So how long have you known Joe?
Since 91.
And have you ever sparred together, or?
Yes, quite a few times over in Ireland. We were both in the Eastwood camp together.
How is he in the ring?
Big.
Different weight to you, of course.
Yeah, big heavyweight.
Any special memories of Joe?
Joe shake hands Egan. Every time he meets anybody, he always shakes their hands. He's always full of life as well. He's great.
Buy the book, like Mike Tyson said.
I mean, so you're sitting with a legend. How does that feel?
It's just great honour. It's unbelievable. He's one of the greatest of all time, the Raging Bull. But that was one of the greatest films of all time, about one of the greatest fighters of all time.
You sparred with DeNiro, didn't you, over about 1,000 rounds?
Oh, you did your homework. It's true, over 1,000 rounds.
Yeah. What was he like as a fighter?
Oh, he turned out to be a pretty good fighter. I think I feel certain that he could have fought professional. He might not have been a champion, but he could have fought professional.
Did he ever try to put you down?
Well, in the beginning, he was very scared of the box with me. He was very scared. And I gave him a lot of confidence. I said, don't be afraid, you can't hurt me. So don't worry. So little by little, he built up a little confidence. Then he started to throw real good combination, left hooks, right hand, good punches. I gave him confidence, he still couldn't hurt me. But he still was pretty good. He's not the greatest, but he was pretty good.
What was it like actually going into the cinema and watching the film? Because you went with was it with your ex-wife?
I didn't particularly like the film. I said, is that the way I was? In real life, she said, you were worse. And when I saw the film for the first time, I thought, my God, was I beating up my brother and doing all that kind of stuff? Yeah. But she said it was worse.
How was your stand-up act? Did you enjoy doing stand-up?
No, I did stand-up comedy for a while. I still do a little bit. Now I do personal appearance and answers and questions, signing autographs, and I make a living doing that, but I don't need the money. I'm satisfied, content.
And what's Joe Egan like? You met him some years back, did you?
18 years ago when I boxed in Atlantic City. Jake was one of the guests of honour with Rocky Graziano, Joe Frazier, Jersey Joe Walcott.
Well, I really had that
18 years ago. 18 years ago.
You weren't so fat.
No, I was a little bit lighter then.
Lighter?
I was, yeah. I was a little bit lighter. Only the Raging Bull could say that. That's one of the toughest men on the planet. Now I was a little bit lighter and fitter then, and fighting well. And I beat one of the best fighters in the world at the time. I beat Bruce Seldon, but it was great. Like, we'd met Jake, during the day that day, and we were boxing in his honour that night. Unbelievable.
I went that far back, 18
years ago. We met in the Sands Hotel and Casino.
Well, the years go by.
And did you end up in an ambulance together?
Yeah, I'd boxed Bruce Seldon, who went on to win the world heavyweight title. and I got smashed to bits in round one. I was badly beaten up, and I went back to my corner, and my cornerman wanted to retire me on my stool, and I said, no, I'm not retiring on my stool. And I went out and I went on to win the fight, and it was a great fight. And I didn't realise Jake was standing fighting the fight with me. It was like a throwback to one of his fights. It turned out that he tripped and he hurt his arm, and I was in the back of the ambulance after my fight. I was well busted up, and even though I'd won, I had to go to hospital. I'm in the back of the ambulance and I'm feeling sorry for myself. I'm more swollen up, I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm sort of questioning myself, what am I doing this for? And Jake was brought into the back of the ambulance because he'd actually tripped and hurt himself. And when he came into the back of the ambulance, he goes to me, the heavyweight, great fight, kid. And it was the best anaesthetic I've ever had in my life. The pain was just gone. I've got the great Raging Bull telling me that I was in a great fight. And if any man would know what a great fight was all about, that man would know what a great
I know
fight.
a little bit.
You know so much. And to get a compliment from you was just, I was top of the world. Like James Cagney said in the movie, top of the world.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You deserve it. I mean, well, you work hard, you do the right thing, you want to become a champion, regardless of what. You're in there and you give them your all. Give everything till you can't stand up anymore. That's what you're doing. Like I did. You're doing the same thing. God bless you.
And a final question. So you never went down in any of the fights?
Well, that's the way the history goes.
Nobody could put this man down.
Only my wives.